Greg Curvey with the band The Luck of Eden Hall. This is the Casio VL-Tone. I want to say it's 1980 or 1981. I bought it brand new back then. My friends at the time had a band called Scarlet Architect, they were an awesome 3-keyboard band. They used Casios, the MT30 and the VL-Tone. So this is the VL-Tone. It's a toy, but you could program sounds on this thing. Once again, you're talking 1980, and back then things weren't this small. You know, I mean, prior to that, you didn't see things this small. That was a keyboard. I remember my dad in the living room had a Genie 88, which was an organ, one of those family organs that you could press the button and it'd play the drum rhythms, and then you could play, you know, your music along with the drum rhythms. And this little monster can do all that for you, which sounds actually cooler because it's like a toy. It has its own speaker. So there's volume, and it has a volume for the melody or the rhythms. The other bad thing about it is it just has a little jack that you can get an adapter and put it in, but it's not the best. So you either have to duct tape it on there or hold it very tight, right? I mean, if you had this thing sitting down and it wasn't moving, it would probably be fine. But I think the best thing to do, what they always did, was duct tape their cords down. Okay, one of the very cool things about this machine is you can record a lick. I can't remember, it's up to 100 notes, I think, maybe 99 notes. So let's do this. Right? Put it on play. Now, instead of having to touch these little buttons, you can play everything with these two buttons right here. So that's pretty neat. You can also just hit a button and it will play it for you. You can speed it up. You can slow it down. Okay, so that's pretty cool. It has low, middle, and high octave. It has a variety of sounds. Piano, fantasy, violin, flute, guitar, and ADSR. Why they call these things like piano, flute, guitar, they never sound like that, so it's kind of a strange, I guess they had to call it something. ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, and rate. You can set it on there, you put it on calculator, set it on ADSR, put it on calculator, hit in a series of numbers, let's do 9s. Memory can put it on play. So we just made up that sound. You can put in a series of numbers. Each number stands for something. Stands for the vibrato, you know, how quick or how slow it's going to be. Stands for the sound, meaning if it's going to be the piano bass, fantasy bass, or violin bass, or whatever. And then you can make up a sound. We can make up another one real quick here. Calculator, clear it. We did all 9s, so let's just make up a number. Play. There's a different sound. One of my first bands, we set up next to the drummer, and we had the little lick programmed in there so that he could stop on this break and hit the little doo-doo-doo, you know. So it was just kind of a novelty synthesizer sound that we could throw out because it was the only synthesizer we owned at the time. And this is back when the Cars were playing, so of course you wanted to have some type of synthesizer in your band. But anyway, that was a long time ago. I was very young. I think I was 2. Gives you a choice of rhythms. Your march, your waltz, 4-beat, swing, rock 1, rock 2, bossa nova, samba, rumba, and beguine. You hit the rhythm button. Hit your choice. Let's pick rock. That's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. So now, this is, you know, you can have the rhythm louder than the melody, or the melody louder than the rhythm. We'll hit rhythm, rock, tempo. You can slow it down for your sleep covers, or your Black Sabbath, or whatever you want to play that's heavy and slow, right? And then you can speed it up for your Dead Kennedys. You can change the rhythm. Okay, now before we have a headache, let's just hit that one and turn it off.